What happens when a hot-headed hockey player with a wild golf swing tries to win a tournament, save his grandmother's house, and shake up the golf world?
You get a movie where a guy likes to eat pieces of shit for breakfast and Bob Barker gets into a fight.
Find out next on Trees in Space. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trees in Space, the show where we watch and review movies of all genres and we tell you what the critics think, what the fans think, and what we think. Is it worthy of an entire forest, a small grove of trees, or just a stump to sit on? This week, in case you missed the thumbnail, we watched the 1996 comedy Happy Gilmore starring Adam Sandler, Julie Bowen, and Carl Weathers. I am Jason, and that is Nate. And this Happy Gilmore. It's I think this was it Billy Madison was his first movie, and this was the second.
Uh, I think hold on. When did Airheads come out?
97,
Okay. So I don't
98,
Madison I
95,
think was
94.
before this movie.
Yeah, I think Madison was the first one that he had where he's a starring role.
Maybe. I don't want to say that's true because I don't know if that's true, but I'm not
But
the
by the time we
editor of
edit
this,
this,
so
yeah,
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
we'll figure it
Whatever.
out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. This is the second movie. It's fantastic. I
Yep.
forgot how great this movie is. However, there's a lot of shit that should not be in this movie. And by that, I mean somebody in the editing room should have caught these errors because the viewers, Jason and I, we catch this shit as and
We
we
did well.
agree with you.
I will tell everyone what the movie's about because you obviously know everyone should know it. Basically, Happy Gilmore, who's Adam Sandler, has all he wanted to do was be a hockey player. He sucked at hockey by accident. They found out he could hit a golf ball pretty good because his mom loses a house for $270,000 or something like that. And then he was saying, "Hey, I'm going to hit 400 yards," and people were betting him money, and he's winning money that way. And some golf pro said, "Hey, I can make you a pro." And then he starts winning tournaments. And in the process, he goes head to head against Shooter McGavin because he's the antagonist in this. Yeah, so that's pretty much happens.
Uh I I forgot like I've seen this movie so many times, but I definitely forget parts of it until it comes back
Hmm.
up. Like when Happy realizes that he could drive redonkulously far. The two movers are on the front line. He's like, "Oh, I bet, you move Joe drive his ball or whatever. We'll get back
Yeah.
to work." And he breaks the window. And then he's like, "All right, 20 bucks says you can't do it again." Hits the dude.
Yep.
He's like, "Should have been standing there." I quote that
Yeah.
all the time. It's like when somebody's like, "You shouldn't have been standing there." Like
Well,
he does the third time and hits the wife.
hmm
He just goes,
why would you go back inside? Yeah. That wasn't 400 yards, though. That did not look like 400 yards to me. But um, what is the longest drive in golf history? I mean, I play golf now. So do you. Um, I
I
feel very
maybe 250.
right.
Maybe
On a
250.
good swing, I might get to, but we're amateurs. But um, yeah, there's a lot in this movie that I'm just like, obviously it's not supposed to be real or nothing, but it was just, I don't know, it was supposed to be funny for the time, I suppose. It was kind of funny now, it should have been standing there. There's some one-liners. I love the fact that Jaws from Moonraker was in this movie. That's the big dude that had the nail on his head.
Yep.
I thought that was great that he was in there. And what's his name was in here? He was one of the movers, the white guy. He became an actor or a comedian.
Are you
Um,
thinking that's Kevin James?
no, the other one. He becomes from Mike and Molly, I think. He's the Mike and Molly, I think.
I don't know.
And and his caddy, I like it. He goes, "You gotta have your own caddy." And so he gets the guy that was cleaning up his car or whatever,
That's
and that's
the
that one
dude from
actor.
Grandma's Boy.
Yes, no, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, the guy who's naked all the time and getting high all the time,
No,
isn't it?
that's
Oh, it is the other one, isn't it?
yeah, Alex.
Alex from Grandma's Boy, yeah. So another movie where he's pulling in all their folks. Kevin Nealon's in this thing,
Yeah, I
with
forgot
all
about
the
Kevin
spiritual
Nealon.
stuff. I forgot about all these people in this movie.
Um, woo, fucker.
Bless you.
Oh,
So, and he's just making money left over, you know, hand over fist with like he's in fourth. He goes, if you get 41st place in this, you get $2,500. What the hell? I need to get on the pro am circuit somewhere because I would be happy to come in last place and get $2,500.
yeah. Um, all right. I want to call out some crap that shouldn't
Please,
have been.
please,
Uh,
let's hear all the editing issues. See if I caught them too.
hockey scene. He breaks the window where the coaches are, right? Then about like 10 seconds later, if that, they show the coaches again and you can see that they're clearly behind the glass.
Oh, nope, didn't see that at all.
The apartment. I
Oh,
want to talk
that's
about
a
the.
whole thing. That was pretty good though. No, I don't want to see you again.
Them
I'm
finger
so
paintings
sorry.
suck.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
but he's talking through the loudspeaker, right? And then the Asian woman comes and she opens the door. When he comes home, he leaves the door open. And he was talking in the speaker the whole time. How the hell did the door get shut? So at some point, somebody shut the door so she could open the door. And then on top of that, how does she know which apartment is his? Especially because the door is now shut. It's not like she can just hear him that clearly through the
But
door.
when they had her opening the door, was he still the speaker singing? Because I don't think he was.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah,
No.
because he was like, Tara.
Oh, he runs over there.
Goes,
Yeah,
"In the
yeah.
night
That's how
sky."
she knew. Yeah. So maybe she shut the door because the door was, maybe it's one of those doors that shut by themselves very slowly. I totally forgot that he slept with her. I saw it again. I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. He's like, and then next scene, he got to go, and then this lady comes out. I'm like, hey, you can't hate him for it, right?
Uh, next one, batting cages.
Okay.
All right. Chubbs pulls the cord and then talks to Happy as he's coming off,
Hmm.
right? The kid goes in to the batting
Yes, and he gets hit
cage.
with, yeah.
When did it get plugged back in?
Probably off screen. Things happen off screen. The little kid probably plugged it back in because they didn't show that plug in the whole time. No, they did not.
Because it went
They
from,
did not.
I'm telling you, you're gonna go, you're not gonna do it, but if you watch it, Chubbs unplugs it. He's talking to Happy. It
Uh-huh.
shows Happy and Chubbs walking at the same time. Happy
Uh-huh.
gets to the door. The kid walks into the cage, and then he shuts the cage, and he goes and puts his money in, right? And then you can still see the back of the door, the caged area, while Happy and Chubbs are talking in the front. At no point does anybody plug that machine back in. So how does that kid get hit with a baseball if it was never plugged
I'm
in?
gonna put the video up in here just so we can see it because I am pretty sure there's a couple of shots where they just show Happy's face as he's talking, they clip back to him and they show the whole thing. So, and he might have been in the cage during that time, so he couldn't have plugged it back in, the kid. But,
No.
so we'll see.
So
What
yeah.
else you got?
Oh, you ready for this?
Yes.
When they show the opening scene, it has the aerial zoom down, right?
Hmm.
And it has the green and it's got the people lined up, right? And the camera towers, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That scene, which is like an hour into it, an hour 9 minutes and 27 seconds, if you're wanting to know at home, the Volkswagen is already crashed into the TV tower. The
Nice.
Volkswagen doesn't crash into the TV tower into 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 20 seconds into this movie. And on top of that, when the Volkswagen does hit the movie tower, there is no reason for it to catch on fire because the engine is in the back of the
The
car,
engine is in the back. Yes.
front of the car. There is nothing to catch on fire in the front of the car. So why did it catch on fire? The one of my favorite quotes of all time is when Happy wins the tournament, so that way he can get into the pro-am, or not the
Hmm.
pro-am, but the actual tournament, the for the jacket.
Right, right.
And Chubbs is like, "That was just luck." And Happy's like, "Some may call it luck. I call it, well, luck." I quote that often. Like, that is one of my favorite lines ever. Like, yeah, whatever. And also, I love his lines for why his girlfriend left.
Oh, he I was like she fell off a cliff, died on impact,
Yep.
like all these different things.
And she got hit by a car.
Um, that was great. Did you notice that when Shooter McGavin at one point in time, he's in the woods and he's all pissed off and he ends up kicking his ball, or whatever. That's not a green. That is not the tee off, but he had a tee. There's a tee and the ball was on the tee and he was in the middle of the woods. That can't be. You can't golf that way. You can't tee off of anywhere except the green. So that happened too.
Well, yeah, but I think
Um,
he was trying to like hide away. Like, maybe if I hit like him, I can, you know, and he
I think
couldn't.
it was during the tournament, I thought, but it doesn't matter, I suppose. Chubbs, played by Carl Weathers. I loved his character.
Oh my God.
The hand gets run over. The hand gets run. The wooden hand gets run over by the truck, right?
Yeah,
And he pieces it back together. There's no way he's piecing that wooden hand back together the way it was done. They
no,
just did a different hand.
correct.
That hand was trashed. And of
When
course,
he's he, he got your hand, I got his head.
the alligator got killed too. I mean, he got killed by the same alligator. I
Oh,
guess that was good. And Happy Gilmore jumps in the water after him, and beats the hell out of that alligator. I wonder if that's the same alligator they used with that one movie we watched with Will Ferrell recently. They both had a fake
what?
alligator.
That alligator actually has a really long IMDb, if I'm not
Does
mistaken.
he?
Yes.
Oh,
Like, it's been in a lot of alligator movies. Like,
oh, interesting.
possibly even Lake Placid, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, we'll find out. We got a lot of stuff to do fun on this one. I'll do what words am I saying? Words I'm saying are not making sense.
I don't know, but how about
Uh,
the Happy
uh
Place?
that I like the Happy Place. Julie Bowen and
Oh,
I
she
loved it a
was a
lot better
beautiful
though
woman. So
when
beautiful.
he let Shooter McGavin take over his Happy Place and she's
Uh,
wearing the black and he comes in with the black and 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 he goes up to his grandma. I was like, he's like, ah. Oh, that's the thing I want to say. Shooter is up -5 or yeah, -5
mhm.
going to the back nine. If he shoots par, which obviously he does, all the way through the back nine, he stays at -5, which he did. So he shoots par, no better, no worse. And I don't know why I was at a point to make, but that just seemed unrealistic. Now I guess he messed up one time. He did screw up and he hit in the water. Oh, when Happy Gilmore hit the one in the water, he went and dove and got his ball out of all those balls, and he lifts it up and everybody cheers. What's the point of that? You still got to take a penalty stroke. You can't hit the ball from the water unless you hit it in the water.
No, but
You know.
you're supposed to you get a penalty for not finishing with the ball you started with, I believe,
Oh,
is the
oh,
thing. That's why this the
oh.
water hazard. Like, you don't get your ball. So if you retrieve your ball, I guess it goes to the.
You get an
I,
extra. I haven't heard that before.
I
I'm
don't know.
sure. I'm sure we'll know. But we'll figure it out.
I'm sure there's a thing on the interwebs where you can search and it'll tell you the rules.
Yeah, but I like Shooter McGavin. I like one of his my funniest things he said was he's an attraction or whatever. He's talking about Happy Gilmore goes, yeah, so is a guy with an arm growing out of his ass. That's an attraction too. What was that what he said? He said something like that.
Did
I
you
thought-
know that shoot the actor that plays Shooter McGavin ad-libbed the gunshot after like making the putts and all that? Like that wasn't in the line. He was like, "Well, his name is Shooter McGavin.
Right, that makes sense.
He should, yeah, like
Oh, and also all those putts, and then they cut it away close up, and it goes in or whatever. Those putts are not making it. Those putts are not online. Most of them, I mean, obviously the one that's one full shot, what Shooter McGavin does, it goes in, but most of them get hit, and then they do a clip to the hole really close. That ball is not hitting that hole. I mean, there's no way. I mean, it's just one of those small little nitpick things. Not quite as nitpicky as. I do love the Beetle. I never thought about the Beetle not having the engine in the front, but in the back. That's fucking brilliant.
um something else that I caught this time watching this movie, and I completely missed on all of the other movies, and brilliant on the set, whoever, the props department. The Happy played with wooden shaft golf clubs
Mm-hmm.
in this Masters tournament. In this professional PGA tour, he played with wooden clubs and he was driving 450 yards. He was out driving people that have been playing their entire lives with titanium and graphite shafts. What can this man do with a titanium set of clubs? And that
And
just leads me to kind of hint Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out, folks. What kind of clubs is he
so
gonna be rocking? I'm gonna be looking for
he's
the
still gonna
clubs.
have his granddaddy's. He has granddaddy's golf club. I mean, bag too, a little small little bag, like with the one blonde, albino guy was trying to take it or whatever. He's like, "I'm your caddy, dude." He's like, "Get that
I
to me."
love that kid. I was so mad that he didn't caddy in the second
Yes,
part. Like I wish he would have stuck on. That would have been
because make sure I don't do anything stupid. Yeah, and we're trying to hit. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the way. Like,
great.
where were you on that one? Oh my God.
Oh
That
my
was funny.
god.
But the best part, I think, is the Bob Barker fight. I mean, do you think this would be nearly as popular if that scene wasn't in there?
Oh
I
my
mean, I
gosh.
think.
I don't know. I the when he first knocks that dude out, when he's like walks up the hill, he's like, "Yeah, I know, right? I just couldn't get the ball in the hole."
I want to put it in the.
He
I
just
want to.
grabs from behind, rips, knocks him out, tosses the shirt to his buddy, and
Mhm,
walks away. I was like, "Oh my god, this dude is freaking awesome!" Like, I
mhm.
loved it. I freaking loved it so much. This
Very
movie
relatable.
made me want to play golf.
Mm,
This is the movie that inspired me to be wanting to play golf.
that's fair. Is there anything else you want to talk about it? About?
I mean, I could keep going on about this movie, but we
I
don't
know.
have that much time.
Well, let's move on to the 5-star and 1-star reviews. The first 5-star review comes from James P. Timeless classic. Warming and funny. Not trying to be anything it isn't. Look forward to the second.
I concur. I cannot wait for the second. I hope it holds up. First, 1-star review comes from Unknown. Too cheesy and cringy. The Water Boy was a very funny. This movie is just terrible. I can't believe so many people thinks this movie is funny. Well, I guess there is a lot of people out there with no taste.
Uh, um, hey, I guess you like Waterboy better. That's I like Waterboy better too, but that doesn't mean that this was a bad movie. You know, the next 5-star review comes from Justin K. This movie is a classic. If you don't like it, it just means that you have zero sense of humor. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just a sad individual. This is the best of all Adam Sandler movies.
You know, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. He was. It didn't feel like an SNL skit movie. Like
No, it did not.
it was a good movie. Yeah. The next 1 star or less comes from unknown. Caddyshack wannabe is loud and moronic. Julie Bowen's talent is wasted here.
Julie Bowen's there was no talent when she did. She was like 24. She it was, and I don't know. I mean, I don't watch Modern Family. I guess she's a mother in Modern Family. So,
Oh my
um,
goodness, is she really?
yes, yes. So, but I don't know anything else that she's been
Oh,
in. So,
me either, but
yeah, that's
wow.
the mother.
She
See,
aged
now she can tell
well.
her kids like, "Look, this is what I did back before I was ruined. My life was ruined by you fucking kids."
Look at me walking out in this lingerie out of the water.
She did look good. The last 5-star review comes from Nicole N. Extremely funny and a decent storyline. Movies like this are to be cherished. The comedy factor in this film is off the charts and really targeted for those with a really open sense of humor.
Yeah. I think this movie
Yeah.
still holds up.
It's just one of those things where he's like, I think everyone can relate to that anger if you let it go. People, I mean, who don't get angry, like, what's it called? Not angry, um, illogically angry at something. Like, an inanimate object, it's not its fault, but you used to get pissed at it or whatever. Like playing a video game, you used to get mad at the controller, like, but oh, then you're like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, I think that's very relatable. I probably should wait till in comment to say that, but
The last 1 star or less comes from unknown. Bob Barker fight, only good thing in the movie. The rest pure garbage.
now see, I'm not the biggest fan of this particular movie, or just Adam Sandler. I'm not really a big fan of. Point is, it's not pure garbage. Now you can't. Let's not do that. That's just disrespectful, Mr. Unknown. The WTF is, oh, what the frick? It's unknown, and it has 2.5 or 2.5 stars. It is not funny, and I hate Adam Sandler. Immature. This makes Caddyshack look great. Caddyshack is great.
Second Caddyshack reference though. That's
I know it's. Well, I had to look to make sure you didn't still. Oh, we didn't have the same one when you said Caddyshack. I go, I think mine has Caddyshack in it.
what the F?
Yeah,
That's
they're
nutty.
both
It
golf
didn't even
movies.
supposed to happen. I wouldn't compare these two movies at all.
Well, let's go on and see what the critics and the audience rated this movie. So the critics down at Rotten Tomatoes gave this a score of 63%. And the audience, which is you at home, gave this a rating of 85%. I know, that's particularly high. You, yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to agree with those. So let's move on and let's talk about what I think and what Nate thinks. So, as I said earlier, I'm not as big as Adam Sandler fan. I don't hate his stuff. Um, I just never really thought anything he did was really too great. I don't think he thinks he's a great actor. He's not a great actor, and I think he just plays himself, you know. Especially early on with this. I don't know how he became a movie star with this type of performancing. Um, but I did enjoy it. The whole point of the movie is to enjoy the movie, right?
hmm
I was entertained. It was an hour and 30 minutes long. It felt like it was less than that. It has some very quotable quotes. I can associate with him. I understand who he is. I would recommend it to my surgeon. Um, Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with this movie at all. But is it a great movie? No. It's not even, it's not in Adam Sandler's top, well, maybe top three, maybe fourth. So I'm just gonna, middle of the road it right here at two trees and one stump. I apparently said something funny enough to make him smile halfway through that conversation.
Well, so I actually really enjoy this film quite a lot. Actually, I didn't think I would like it as much as I did probably the first three times I've watched it. The brilliance, there's inaccuracies like how the hell or is Chubbs gonna teach Happy how to be masterful at the short game in a week? And then all of a sudden he becomes masterful. And how ironic that the earthquake mini golf thing is similar to the tower that falls on the ground. You know, like those little things, like, yeah, it sets it up. It's kind of ironic that, whatever. It's you can foresee that the good guy's gonna win. Um, but the interaction between Shooter and Happy, and you got uh, Julie Braun's character. I can't think of her name right now, but I freaking loved it. You know what? Maybe nostalgia's got me on it. Don't hate me, LP. Four trees. This movie is a four tree movie all day. I would recommend this movie to my surgeon. I don't think I have to recommend this movie to my surgeon. I'm pretty sure my surgeon's already seen this movie. This movie is amazing.
Well, you heard it here. I gave this comedy of uh, Adam Sandler comedy, Happy Gilmore. I can't think of the name of it. Two trees and a stump. Why Nate gives this movie a four tree rating. But what do you all think? Tell us if it's a four, if it's a two, is it one? Not watch it. Let us know what you think. Give us a comment, give us a like and subscribe, put on your notifications, share it, tell your friends, tell your surgeon. But most of all, tell us what you want to see so we can keep bringing it to you because we don't want to eat little shits for breakfast. See you next week on Trees in Space.